Hello. So today we're talking about how prepared I feel to be a teacher, and particularly about the preparation part of that. In teaching, we have a lot of preparation that we have to do. We have a lot of planning that we have to do, and some of that's going to be daily and weekly plans, and this goes into our quarterly plans and unit plans and yearly plans, so there's a lot of planning. Fortunately, I've had a paraeducation job for a little while, and I was substituting a little bit this year, and some of my teachers allowed me some free reign in some of my classes, particularly orchestra, which was really fun. Anyway, so I've had the opportunity to be creative and having to plan a little bit myself in that department, and just having friends that are teachers has helped me immensely. They all know that I'm going to college to be an educator, so they've helped me out a lot understanding lesson plans, and I feel very confident at this point just with the experience alone. However, I've had several really good teachers so far in my education, and I'm also pretty excited about it. So I think it is an added benefit whenever you're excited and happy about what you're going to be doing in the future. And I find myself kind of daydreaming about it all the time, planning what I'm going to do, what I want to teach. And as an art teacher, it can be a little tricky because it's going to be a little different than just your math classes, your core classes, English and science and social studies. We're looking at a lot of independent work in an art class. So one of the questions I did have in the last chapter that we read was group activities, and I think it's important that we challenge ourselves to try to teach things in different ways, and the group activity I think is important to understand as an artist. When you get out there, if you're going to take this on as a profession, you never know what you're going to get yourself into. So I had an opportunity once where a bunch of artists got together and we did a group project for a community park, and the goal was to help bring communities and families together more and spend more time in the park and public places. So a bunch of us artists got together and collaborated, making benches and an artistic wall that we all contributed to. And so I think it's a very good skill to have, to learn to work with others. And so I think that's the biggest thing that is going to be challenging for me in an art class. And switching over to a student-centered instruction instead of a teacher-centered, we have a tendency, and I know in my art classes, it was mostly teacher-centered and direct instruction. Basically they demonstrate something, a concept, an art concept, and then you're going to be responsible for demonstrating that you caught on to that art concept by creating a project or whatever. So I think it'll be challenging to try to switch that over to the student-centered projects. But I think in a more mature classroom that a student-centered instruction would be acceptable, and group projects will be easier to work with. So those are the only two questions that I'm really still kind of struggling with right now. But I am definitely up for the challenge, and I like I said, I get excited about it when I start thinking about it, and done a lot of thinking about it. I even thought about minoring in earth science, and for a while there I kept thinking, how my earth science class was going to be, what it's going to look like, what kinds of things I wanted to teach, and how I was going to teach them. So it's pretty exciting stuff to me, and so far I give it up to the teachers, and our textbooks are pretty clear and understandable, so I feel very confident that I'm going to be really good at planning, and I can't wait. Thanks.